what I'm saying? A man saying make the evidence public. Nah, you shouldn't make the evidence public. You know why? Because we already know that the public here, when it comes to football, they don't know shit. So when it comes to real life, I don't trust the public with anything. You know, like that, because the majority of the public are morons. You know, like that.
People saying, I don't. People are like, I don't care if he's guilty. I want him back in the United shit. I've seen that.
Bro,
oh yeah, I've seen all types. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Yeah, that's mental, crazy.
Like, yeah, but flawless. But flawless. You gotta understand, yeah, bro. There's people like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not condemning any of these people specifically, because at the end of the day, I understand it. Some people are like, listen, I'm a football fan. I only care about the best players playing for my football team. What they do in their personal life is none of my business. There's those kind of fans. They just want to shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
That's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's what it is.
And then there's the moral superheroes where it's like, I don't care how good you are. If your morals don't align with my morals, then cancel. All right, cool. Until you find out all these guys are weirdos. All of them.
And that's why I say Mason. That's why I say all the time, I never idolize these man in terms of outside of that. I respect you for your craft. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you personally though, so I don't speak on that. And nothing surprising me with that. I'm just like moral compass, because more often than not, if I disagree with someone, I'm like, cool. But there's certain things I'm like, dying it. And this is one of them. This is one of them where I'm like, nah.
This is also why, this is also why I never get involved. What I used to, but I kind of stopped getting involved in all these owners' conversation, because, again, that's where people try to play all this moral compass stuff. You know, remember when Newcastle got the Saudi owners and everybody was trying to play we're the best here. We've never done anything, and I never get involved in these conversations, because I realized in life, and through reading and research, that all these guys are crooks. That's one thing I learned. So I've learned not to get involved in these conversations. It's the same with this situation right now. I'm not gonna be on Twitter and pretend like I'm the best when it comes to moral compass and all of that. Morally, I'm the best out there. And because, bro, sooner or later, if you're in the business, in the football business, you've been around the football business, or you know someone that's in the business, you know what's going on. You know exactly what goes on in that business. And bro, if we had to talk about some of your favorite footballers right now, you would stop supporting your team. Let's be real.
Listen. Let's
be real.
Listen, bro. Man's kick ball, bro. Man knows ballers. I've been in clubs with ballers. I've been on nights out with ballers. And it's not just footballers. Guys with money. Guys from the city. Do you know what I mean? After that, I had my PT business. I'm fucking training guys in Canary Wharf, in apartment gyms. These guys they work fucking, them man are working like in finance. These men have got obscene amounts of money. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? The way these men are living, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's not just footballers, people with money, bro. If you saw some of the shit these guys were doing that work on the trading floors and stuff like that, bro, most of these guys are moving mad.
Yep.
You know, like that, bro. If you saw the way these men were living, bro, there's no one. You know what I mean? There's no one. You know, like that. Because for every one fucking N'Golo Kante and them man there, there's 10,000 fucking mad things going on.
It's true.
You know, like that. So if you think, bruv, Mason, whatever you think of Mason Greenwood, please understand that in a squad of fucking 25 man, there's at least 18, 19 men that are moving mad. Mad. You know, like that. And you just need to catch them on the right day. I'm telling you, it's not because they're footballers. It's because they got money, bro. And bruv, this is it. It's gonna do footballers, bro.
And again, that's why you don't like I said, that's why I don't idolize these men. In terms of outside, they're like, that's why I respect you for your craft. And you code at what you do. This is why I always talk about them as football. This is why I don't even criticize them personally. This is why I defend footballers when people say, oh, such and such is a bad egg. He's a bad influence. You don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, we've seen it with Pogba when he was here. That's why I defended him so much, because I'm like, oh, he's a bad egg. He's a bad person, this, and that. You don't know him personally, so don't speak on. Let's talk about him as a footballer. That's how I look at all these men as footballers. I don't know you personally. So I don't idolize you from a personal standpoint. And with this, it's all about info coming out. You mentioned the owners as well, Aaron. Because I'm not like very informed. I don't have a lot of information on that. I just don't know. My knowledge is not wide of it. So I don't really speak on it. When people start talking about owners, that's out of my jurisdiction. When man are talking billions, I don't know what man are on about.
This is what I mean. Like, it's what annoys me the most is not the people. It's not that people talk about it. It's the fact that when something happens, it's like people turn into experts about everything, bro. When it comes to racism, all of a sudden everybody's an expert in racism. When it comes to this now, all of a sudden everybody's a criminal justice system, part of the criminal justice system. They know every law, and do you know what I mean? When it came to other topics that happen in football in general in life, like everybody's an expert about everything. Remember when we had the pandemic? And the pandemic, yeah, and the first competition to start again was the Bundesliga. All of a sudden, everybody was a Bundesliga expert. Then the Premier League started again, and everybody shitted on the Bundesliga again. Like it's jarring, man. Do you know what I mean? Speak on what you know about. Do you know what I mean? If you don't know anything about a certain topic, don't speak on it. Don't go online and start chatting nonsense, bro. That's what I really find.
Kind of like
but unfortunately, every idiot's got an opinion now, because literally, it's like man can just have a Twitter account.
Well. And it's crazy, Aaron. Added on to what you say, like, and people talking about stuff they don't know about. It's like we signed Sabitzer. Now all of a sudden everyone knows everything about Sabitzer. It's like, you know what I mean? Don't do that, man. You man ain't watched him. If you ain't watched him in 10+ games,
did you see that Paul Merson thing,
bro? Like, you don't.
What did Paul Merson do? What did Paul Merson do?
Paul Merson went on Sky Sports here. They asked him about Sabitzer, and I think he spoke for like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Bro, in that 2 minutes and 15 seconds, he mentioned about 3 times that he's on the bench for Bayern and can't get in the first team.
You don't know.
And I was
okay,
bro, I'm telling you,
don't know.
If someone got the thing, yeah, slap it in the comments, bro. Bro, I was like, and I quote tweeted it, I was like, this is how you know he knows nothing about Sabitzer, bro. He just literally mentioned 3 times that he's on the bench and he can't get in the first team. He's like, yeah, if I was a Man United or Chelsea fan, I would look at him and go, does he get into the first team? Nah, he doesn't. So if you can't get into the first team, I wouldn't really. And I was like, bruv, you don't know him. You don't watch Bayern Munich because
just say that you don't know him.
And that's, you know what? That's okay. I do it all the time when people bring up players to me and I don't know them. I'm like, yo, I don't know about him. Like, tell me who he's like. Tell me who his profile's like. Like, yo, I didn't know about Sabitzer. I didn't even know his first name was Marcel. You know what I'm saying? And until we signed him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know. I thought it was Nicholas or something and that. I'm like, oh, his first name's I legit didn't know.
Oh my day.
You know what I'm saying? I did not know. Man almost wrote Nicholas in the thumbnail title and that. And I was like, oh, it's Marcel. I don't know about him. And I don't lie to people. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was asking my chat, like, all right, give me the profile. Who's he like? What is it? Give me the midfielder he's closest to in terms of profile. Like, don't lie in it. There's no way you're watching. Go on, fam. Go on.
Yeah, so sorry, we got linked with Sabitzer. Yeah, Saeed was live on the stream and he called me live on the stream. Fam. He's like, yo, what's Sabitzer like? You know what I'm saying? Because
I go to you,
but he admitted he didn't know. That's it.
Yeah, like one of my guys I work with on the regular on the channel, Jez. He was born in Germany, so anytime it's a Bundesliga player, I'm like, yo, Jez, tell me about such and such. I don't know these guys. There's no way you're watching Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Ligue 1, Serie A all at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean, man. Bro.
I thought it was. I didn't know what his first name was. I knew of him. That was it. You know what I'm saying?
Nicholas.
I thought it was like Nicholas is saying y'all.
Nah, bro. But this is what I mean.
Swear down.
All these guys online are experts at everything, bro. You see what I'm saying? All these man got advice ain't never done nothing, bro. This is why, like, I don't listen to no one. Fam. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, bro, you need to show me something. You know that you need to show me something, because everyone be talking like they've been doing shit in their life. Most of these people online chatting shit ain't never done nothing in their life, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why I can't take none of this. I can't take none of this seriously, bro. You know what I mean? Like with this whole situation, yeah, I just feel like in life, in general, no matter what it is, I try and be balanced. Do you know what I mean? Because I've seen bare things that ain't what it looks like. I've seen loads of it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen loads of it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've been on loads of different sides of certain things. I've seen how people move. I've seen how people move in certain situations, in certain scenarios. Do you know what I mean? And I understand that in life in general, bro, like if you see how certain people live, my bro, like you just wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
you just wouldn't.
But that comes with what that comes with is experience, and like you said, having been around many different scenarios, and just just being on
the average person, bro. These men ain't even got a passport, blood. They ain't even left the country. They don't know life. That's why when these guys have got opinions on life, it's like you haven't lived life.
This is what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
You get someone who's 22 telling you about United in the early 2000s. I'm like, how are you telling me something I watched?
Bro,
I watched.
But this is what I'm saying. Man are beefing me over things that they haven't seen, bro. But this generation, Flawless. Man are beefing you over ballers they never watched. Yeah, because my dad told me that Ollie was a baller and that. It's like, bro, your dad lied, fam.
I'm like, yo, don't tell me about the same way I wouldn't tell my pops or uncle about something they watched that I didn't see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I say all the time about Brian, telling my pops about Brian Robson. You're gonna be like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
You know that.
Like something I watched. So that's what that is again, people. Yeah, challenge people, but if it's something I've not watched, I say, yo, I didn't watch it slightly before my time. But if you're saying I watched them and give my opinion, again, this is why I don't argue on socials. Because someone 18 telling you about
bro, if they're 18, that's kind of old for Twitter.
In the early 2000s and that, or someone who's 21 telling you about the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And like, no. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I prefer to speak on. I can discuss things, but if I don't know anything, bro, I'm just gonna keep quiet and shut up, man. Because the worst thing you can do is start speaking about stuff you don't know nothing about. Someone mentioned in the comments earlier, and someone in the comments mentioned earlier about the World Cup, and we spoke on it on this stream as well, bro. Before the World Cup started, just when it started, this whole about the human rights thing and how everybody was all of a sudden an expert in human rights, and it just
and Gary Lineker made a proper twit of himself. Do you know what I mean? And he's someone who comes across or likes to portray himself as very articulate and this, that, and the other. And he made an absolute dick of himself.
What did he actually say?
But he's just chatting shit, bruv. Like this, it's not one thing he said.
And BBC were the only channel. BBC
that didn't show the
opening ceremony.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Like these artists had anything to do with it, because I know it's quite big artists that sung at the that was singing at the the opening ceremony. Like these artists had anything to do with it. It was
and you know what the wickedest thing about that whole situation was? I know loads of people that were at the World Cup. Bro, that was the only World Cup where there was no crime. Like no one was arrested. Do you know what I'm saying? We had the locals coming out and feeding people, like bringing them food after the games and stuff like that. Because obviously Vuj was out there. Loads of my guys were out there, bro. Man were messaging me saying, yo, these people were coming out cooking us food and stuff. Like bringing us food, bro. Oh, because after people are watching three games in a row, coming out the stadium late. Do you know what I'm saying? And the locals were cooking them food, bro, bringing them food and feeding them. Like the hospitality, the way they were welcomed. Do you know what I mean? It was never like that. There was that story of the I think it was the Scouse brothers that ended up getting taken back to one of the Royals yards and that, and went to their zoo and that.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Bro, like them man will tell you, bro. I saw the thing, like they were out and then they ended up going back to man's yard and he had a zoo in his house and that. You know, like that, bro. And then it was on the news and that, and they were like, oh yeah, everyone's mad friendly here and that. Do you know what I mean? And they tried to do the same scaremongering with Russia as well. Remember, they were like, oh, don't go Russia. They got concentration camps and they're going to kill you and that. And then I had bare people in Russia saying, yo, this is lit.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what it's like. It's kind of like when I went to Dubai a few years back and everyone was saying, oh, Dubai is so strict, man, when there's calm, everyone's blessed.